Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, especially September brings huge breakthroughs in creativity, sexuality, pregnancy, romantic love, maybe some forward momentum with a beautiful new home to buy or to sell even, and an experience of the sky that brings you some real superior drive, ambition, and power in work, even maybe new workplaces. We'll talk about what that looks like in great detail for the month ahead. But before we begin, just let me say a bit about what I'm up to. My name is Lori Lothian. I am a Western tropical astrologer with a train beeping behind me, and I use whole sign houses, and I love the minor asteroids. If you sign up for my channel, you're going to get a lot of content about asteroids. Is the devil is in the detail in my 20 to 30 all sign videos that I put out every month. Second of all, guess what? I have two promotions. I'm going to be very brief with them. Have you got a physical problem that you can't get rid of? My sister Nancy, healingwithnancylyn.com, is a genius healer and miracle worker indeed. I'm not kidding you. And I can tell you stories about my knee pain going away instantly, getting healed from my COVID last September and more. If you need a healing, she's the girl to go to. She's offering a special for 15% off remote distance healing. She was a nurse for years. Now she's a healer. And the code is fall15. Her site, healingwithnancylyn.com. And these spots will fill up, so grab them while they're there. Number two, I love Patreon. It's my favorite place to go where I connect with you guys off this platform. And I'm having a promotion for the month. If you want to join my Patreon community for as little as $5 a month, you're going to get discount codes for readings, ad-free content as always, early access for all my videos on YouTube before the public. But I'm trying to bribe you to try me out. And the ethical bribe is you're going to get more than $70 worth of freebies. My 2023 All Signs videos, 12 videos, 60 minutes free when you join. That's a value of $44. And there's lots left. There's 4 months left to figure out what's going on in your life. And also you're going to get two classes. My Synastry relationship class I'm teaching at the end of August, and my Chiron Key to Purpose. No, you cannot attend the live classes for free. But if you join my Patreon community, you get those courses replay for free. And the value of all of that is like over $70 just to give me a try. And of course you can quit and take the goodies with you, but see if you like the YouTube, the Patreon community. I have different tiers. Check it out. Come visit. Leave if you don't like it. This is how I get going. I have to shake it out. I'm down to the wire. Taurus and Aries left. Okay. I'm working down from Pisces on these recordings. So number one, let's talk about you, Taurus, being lucky. You got horseshoes up your butt. You are like literally walking around with a four-leaf clover sprouting out your forehead because Jupiter is in the house of you, and he doesn't get out of there until the third week of May next year. He got there the middle of May this year. So you have an expansive, magnanimous, charismatic, energetic quality, and you're magnanimous and magnetic to others, but you're also feeling better inside of yourself. You're coming to terms with your inner guru, your wisdom. You're coming into terms with your power to be a leader. And yet Jupiter will retrograde this month. And it's the first thing I want to say, because his retrogradation will take you deeper. He goes retrograde on September 4th, and he doesn't come out of the retrograde till December 3rd. And that means that you're going to go into a very profound spiritual place if you want, because his retrograde will pull you inward. External opportunities and luck will kind of go away for a while as inner growth and inner expansion and inner wisdom is embedded within you. So that after December 4th through the third week of May, you can take advantage of all that inner wisdom, growth, and goodness. That's the first thing. It's good for your health too. So you'll be definitely improving your health this year. And now when Jupiter's in the first house of a female, she can be pregnant. I mean, somebody who is able to have children and biologically. And so this is a pregnancy transit. Now, Jupiter retrograde can be a time to get pregnant, but it may not be. It may be more like rethinking the game plan. Just to want you to know, though, that if pregnancy is something you're wanting to do and you are a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, especially rising, you're under a bit of a fertility signature as well. You've got, some Mercury action in your fifth house. It's pretty profound with an intensity you haven't seen since 2016. And that means that you're definitely looking at, especially with a new moon in your fertility house, September 14th, Mercury there and a Cazimi, some Taurus, sun, moon, and rising people could become pregnant. Okay. Now we'll get back to that in a bit. So if you're aiming for pregnancy, great. If you're not, be cautious, right? Because Uranus, the god of the unexpected, is sitting with Jupiter, the god of children, and that means being unexpectedly pregnant in the month of September for some people. Now, watch for also weight gain with Jupiter in your first house, just in general, not just belly girth from a baby. Watch for weight gain. And so you might, Jupiter retrograde, like try to take some weight off that you've been putting on. I apologize. That train's been going through the entire sign before you as well, Gemini. And I don't know why. I mean, trains go through town, right? It's like this train parked in this town. I'm visiting my sister and it's just beeping. Holy man. That's annoying. Okay, I'll keep going. Let's break it down. Let's break down some of the big stories. Let's start with some of the, I lost my little notes page. Let's start with some of the big narratives. Let's go through them individually. We want to talk about Venus. Venus is in your fourth house of homeland, property, and house. Beautifying the house is great with this transit. Redecorating, repainting, women coming to visit you in the home. Or, for example, Venus has been here since June. So we're going to do June the 5th all the way through until October the 7th or so. And like my Taurus son daughter, for example, they redecorated her place with her boyfriend. One of her girlfriends, because he was traveling, her boyfriend was traveling, stayed with her on and off. So there's that vibe of women in the home, sisterhood in the home, redecorating one's home, beautifying one's home, finding joy in the home, enjoying your time alone at home, alone. Okay, that's the vibe of Venus here. Now, Venus here can bring you beautiful new homes, and you might find yourself lucky when it comes to property, land, and real estate. So keep that in mind. Now, Venus has been retrograde since July 22nd and will go direct on September 4th. So September 4th, after Venus comes out of retrograde, there's new momentum, new clarity, and new clear directions around things to do with your home life. So keep that in mind. If you thought you wanted to redecorate, it's time. September, you could really put some super energy into beautifying your home, having females visit your home, and finding more joy in and from your home. This is also a Venus who's looking to ask you, what from your childhood do you have value about? Like, what, like, do you want to own the values from your childhood that you really think are worthwhile and ditch the rest? You know, what did your mom and dad tell you should care about? And that's very important here, because you see Venus spent 4 months here, which she hasn't done before, ever. Like in 1987, she started to spend more time here, 1991 with her first retrograde in Leo and connecting to the sun. But this is a new Venus cycle. And so there's this whole sense here of a real deep energy of how you want to look at those values from your family of origin and your childhood, even your ancestral line, and keep what you want and ditch the rest. And so some of you are reevaluating what you learned as a child and what you want to hold on to. And as Venus goes direct on September 4th, those new values are in place and you're ready to act on them. Now, because Mars is going to be in your 6th house of tenancies, rentals, and pets, as well as debts and work and health, there is an interesting connection happening here. Mars moves into Libra August the 27th and will not leave Libra, Venus's sign, until 6 weeks. And therefore, big energies on the 6th house front. I mentioned this in the teaser. This is obviously momentum, directionality, and excitement around new job or any job that you have getting better, more passion, more drive, more focus and will around the work situations, or health, improving your health through exercise or better routines for your health and cutting things out that don't support your health. That's what Mars can do in the month of September. But he's in Libra, not his best and strongest place. Watch for passive aggressive coworkers or people being fired in the workplace, opening up opportunities for you to rise up in power in the workspace. However, there's a lovely, luscious time between September 24th and 29th in which Venus in Leo in your 4th house of home flows in a trine to Mars in your 6th house of health and work. Promotions, raises, or uplifts in your work situation close to home. Also, a new opportunity for a rental property. You know, leases and tenancies belong to the 6th house of servants. And basically at the end of the day, some of you may be moving. This could, especially if your IC's in the 4th house, relocate some of you. IC in the 4th house as a floating IC in whole sign houses. You may have a new opportunity to move, and it may be an opportunity to rent a different property or rent out a property that you own as well. In your 6th house, Mars here has a lot of ambition, and you may be ambitiously attracting attention in the workplace that allows for some greater success. Don't forget, you feel Jupiterian to people. They like you. They feel like you're their person. My daughter just got a new job at a really cool studio called Jaybird, and she's almost an exercise junkie. She works in a weight room basically. And honestly, that Jupiter energy around her. I mean, she did the interview. She got the job. You're going to be lucky that way, Taurus people. Like, go for it. Okay, we're going to move into be careful not to injure yourself in the workplace, workers' compensation 101. But unfortunately, Mars in the workplace space can mean you could injure yourself at work. So be cautious around what you do in the workspace, literally your coworker, colleague, office space, that you don't hurt yourself. Like, I don't know, trip over the water cooler or something. Oh my gosh, that is annoying. Now, a lot of you are letting go, though, of old forms of work, South Node transit there. And with Mars, this for some of you in September can mean quitting one job to start another, letting go of one job to start another. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, Jupiter. Oh, I did Jupiter already, retrograding. Mercury. Okay, so Mercury hasn't been this powerfully placed since 2016 in your 5th house of pregnancy, romance, sexuality, entrepreneurship, leisure, travel, joy, play, fun, pleasure, creativity, all the 5th house meanings, and money, luck. Mercury rules games of contests in which you win, and you could win money with Mercury here. So some of you could win some money, may happen. And with Mercury in your 5th house, basically, I want you to think about July 28th to October 4th being a long stay of Mercury in the 5th house. And don't forget, it involves romantic love as well. And he hasn't been here since the same time frame in 2016. So this is a story that's pretty darn fresh for you, right? So it can be a lot to do with these romances, like with Mercury retrograde. August 23rd to September 15th, some of you heard back from former lovers and romantic partners and dating partners out of the woodwork. Some of you heard from estranged children, or lots of communication from children you haven't talked to from a while if you have grown adult children. Now, Mercury retrograde here can be going back over old creative projects and refining them, your book, your painting, your entrepreneurial business endeavors, and refining those as he retrograded August 23rd to September 15th. But when he goes direct, he's got a whole new agenda for you. You need to go back to 2016. This is the last time so much of this happened. There's going to be a new moon, a cazimi, a 2-month stay of Mercury in the 5th house. It's a big, big deal. Now, with Mercury here in the 5th house after September 15th and going into direct motion, you may find yourself having new ideas or changing your mind about something to do with sexuality, romance, children, and entrepreneurship. Keep that in mind. There's a big energy here. Now, the good news is Mercury is able, as he moves through the sign of Virgo, right? And he's going to be there all the way till October the 5th. He is able to flow, right, to flow towards you. We'll go into that with the breakdown of the details of this in a minute, in some very lucky ways towards your Taurus identity. Mercury in your 5th house is blessing you, right, because you're Earth to Earth trine. There's 2 moons this month, a full moon in Aries on the 29th of September and a new moon at September 14th in Virgo. We're going to focus today on the Virgo part of the story. You can definitely, just as a simple narrative, quit an addiction on the full moon of September 29th, complete an ending, a completion around some addiction, self-undoing, and sabotaging strategy. Well, all my all sign videos are in depth, lots of detail during the month. So subscribe and you'll get that. Every month I do 2 videos on these moons for all signs. But September 14th, that's tying in with a lot of other stuff with this new moon in Virgo at 21 Virgo. If your Taurus sun is near 21 Virgo, or moon, or rising, let's say between, I don't know, guys, 17 to 24 degrees of Virgo, there's a really, really tight connection to you personally from the new moon for a new beginning. Now, this is a very fertile transit. It could be pregnancy for you, especially if you're a female, but maybe even if it's a male and it's the one you're with. Now, a child could be pregnant. Watch out for that. And these are unexpected energies. And finally, you could have this energy on that new moon that lasts for 6 months. September 14th, add 6 months. New moons go 6 months long in terms of the long arc of their meaning. Although the evidence of what it's about may be available within the month after, that you have a new beginning here. So again, if it's not a pregnancy, it's a new business, it's a new creative project. It's a new beginning from some money luck. You win some money. Anything's possible. Jupiter owns your chunky money house, and he's in the house of you with Uranus. You may win some money. And it's just a positive new beginning. And we're going to break it down into a lot more detail now. We're going to go through some of the actual transits of the month in a chronological way. All right. Don't forget to hit my like button, subscribe, and all the good jazz. Number one. September 3rd to the 4th is basically a good news transit. This is Mercury, the god of information and news, trining Jupiter, the god of good. You're good, you're lucky, you're unexpected energy. Jupiter is sitting in the house of you. He's just getting ready to retrograde, but he's not quite there when the transit wakes you up. And it's a powerful, powerful glow up around some unexpected, exciting, positive news from the house of money, luck, children, pregnancy, romance, and entrepreneurship, leisure travel, and creative projects. Boom. Look for September 4th to really be a sweet spot in your sky. Then on September 6th, Mercury does a heart of the sun Cazimi moment, which he hasn't done since 2016. And this is retrograde Mercury, close to Earth, magic synchronicity. And he's going into the heart of the sun at 13 Virgo. Certainly if your Taurus sun, moon, or rising is near 13 degrees, it's even more potent. And this is going to be like a wonderful time for downloading a creative project idea, a business entrepreneurial idea, petitioning the gods for some money luck. Come to my Cazimi class. It's going to be fun. I do a webinar every time we have a Cazimi. I'll be talking about what this one is about in terms of stars, asteroids, and helping guide you through a meditation to harness the power of this Cazimi. So if you're into that kind of thing, come to my Cazimi webinar for free. It's in the description box below. Then was moving forward through the month, and we keep going on the narrative. We have September 15th to the 18th. That's when the sun will trine Uranus. I like this. Sun trine Uranus is like a purpose glow up for one thing, or a career glow up. And the sun is in the house of your entrepreneurial and creative projects, the 5th house of your children and your pregnancy, all that good stuff. And it's trining Uranus in the house of you. Now, again, you could be unexpectedly pregnant, but you're delighted, full of vitality and joy, or your partner or your child. Or you could find out that you have this great lucky breakthrough, an entrepreneurial or creative project endeavor. Even if you're an artist or a performer, or you do artistic things, this is super juicy, yay. However, Venus is objecting. She's squaring Jupiter at the same time. Now Jupiter is with Uranus. This is those unexpected surprises you can expect over the next year that are very positive for you. But Venus is like, I doth object from the 4th house of home. So this can be somebody in your home, especially a female, not like excited by what's happening, a child, a friend, I don't know. This could be your own pleasure in the home life and your joy of being in the home, or the decorating of the beautiful home, or the contract for the new home that you're trying to sign for a rental, somehow not jiving with this sort of opportune surprise that shows up September 15th to 18th. Venus wants you to be in alignment right now with your values around family, home, family of origin. And there may be a value glitch here. It's a short-lived glitch. You can work it out. But there is some tension as well as some goodness all at once, September 15 to the 18th of the month. September 20 to 22, the sun will form a trine to Pluto. Pluto has been in your Capricorn 9th house now ever since 2008, bringing a lot of intensity and transformation through spirituality, religion, foreign countries and foreign lands, academia, book publishing, and more. And this intensity and powerful transformation has been ongoing. But now the sun is enlivening this in a positive way. And this can be, again, there's a lot of money luck in both 5th and 9th houses. So again, some money luck showing up, a money from a father figure, patriarchal figure coming your way, and it feels very lucky. Also, you may power up some powerful success in academics, foreign countries, spiritual philosophy, book publishing around September 20 to 22nd. At the same time, though, there's an objection here from Neptune. Neptune is opposite the sun, yet sextile Pluto at the time of the 20 to 22nd events. So the sun is kind of coming to some disillusionment around things to do with friendship groups and circles. And it can literally be a great disappointment, or seeing through a false friend, or an opportunity that a friend has tried to offer you and it doesn't look that great. Or you've want to disconnect even from some group of belonging that you thought were your people, but you're no longer so sure about it. Maybe they're all addicts. Maybe they all drink too much. Maybe that's not your cup of tea, or something like that's happening. So there's this reconciliation with some disappointment or disillusionment, perhaps, with large groups of friends, or even career gains as you come to terms with some prosperity and luck in finances. Again, maybe through a grant, a loan, no, like a scholarship for school. You get to be gifted money from a father figure. Things like that. Legal court cases that power up on your behalf, but a disillusionment with a friend at the same time is a bit of a mixed bag, right? On September 24th to the 29th is that Venus sextile Mars. I talked about it in terms of rent, opportunities, job, employment, health. We won't go back and do it. Listen to the earlier part of the video. And then September 29th and 30th, we have a Mars, a Mercury trining Uranus, and a Venus objecting in a square at the same time. Now, every time Venus does this shit, like she squared Jupiter, as I said, September 15 to 18, and now she'll square Uranus September 29, 30th. These are the third time she's done it. This is nothing entirely new because of her retrograde, because of her duration in Leo. So this is a last gasp on stories that are kind of thematically repeating for you since June. Let's go with Mercury. Mercury on around August 23rd tried to affect or create this thing that he's going to pull off on the 29th and 30th September. He refrained from trining, he got close but not quite, to trining Uranus on around the 23rd of August. And now he does fully do it on the 29th, 30th of September. So there's a delay here of almost 6 weeks, right? 5 weeks. What he's doing as he moves through your fifth house and trines Uranus is bringing you delightful, unexpected surprises, news, communication, information, texts, phone calls from children, lovers, entrepreneurial endeavors, money luck opportunities like winning a lottery, or casinos or something. And so this is an exciting time because there is a bit of surprise because Uranus is the unexpected, but it's also things you do because you are Uranian. You're breaking outside the mold. You're being adventurous and freedom loving and iconoclastic with Uranus, and opportune and grateful and big and magnanimous and filled with hope. And something busts through here. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be a great new entrepreneurial idea, project, negotiation, or contract, for example. Same if you're an artist. And that's happening, as I said, September 29th to 30th, but it tried to happen on the 23rd of August. And then at the same time, Venus doth object. That little biatch is in your fourth house going, I don't like this. Again, is there somebody or something in your home that is making it more difficult to experience this goodness? Now, normally Venus in the fourth house blesses your home, property, land, and real estate. And maybe you want to beautify it all, or buy luxury items for your home that are in alignment with your values. But she's not so sure about this surprise news, information, opportunity. She's objecting. I'll give you an example. One of your children has an exciting development, Mercury, trining Uranus energy from the house of children. And then Venus is like, your wife or your love partner or your romance partner says, I don't really like that thing that's happening for our child or your child, and I don't want them to come visit us. I'm just making stuff up. But there's something about your domestic private life that's not quite settling here with these opportunity energies that are happening through that Mercury, Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus kind of energy in the chart. Don't forget, Mercury, Jupiter was September 3rd, 4th, and Mercury, Uranus is September 29th, 30th, and Venus keeps going, I'm not so sure. So at this point, I'm saying to every sign, just look at your deeper values, align with your heart's desire, but also don't reject opportunities. It's not baby bathwater, it's find the middle ground. Venus can't do much to object when she's in your fourth house about things happening in your fifth, okay? Like it could be, you're pregnant, but your family of origin values say you can't be pregnant unless you're married. And there's a conflict there, for example. All right, so those are some examples. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to draw a card from the Dragon Path Oracle, my sister's deck, healingwithnancylynn.com, 15% off any remote healing with her, miracle healer, I swear. And you want to use the code fall15 to get that discount. And this is open through August 20th to end of September. Spots will fill up. Okay, let's pull a dragon card for you. Oh, and check my Patreon community out. I'm bribing you with $70 worth of freebies if you sign up. Another sign got a luminaire. I'm sure of it. It looks familiar. The dragon is a luminaire. And it says it's number 24. I don't think anyone has had 24. Now I reassess that. What's your message for you Tauruses? A luminaire 24. Let's check it out. This dragon says for you in the month of September that... Give me a minute. Oh, accordingly, this is a dragon that has both angelic and dragon energies for you, Taurus. Illuminaire appears when we are not listening and have been resisting what needs uncovering and changing in our lives. This is usually of a spiritual or personal nature. Rest assured, you are now ready to deal with whatever has been lurking in the depths of your being. Whether this is a spiritual awakening or a deep personal healing, it's ready to be activated. The rest of this message is this. Spiritual warriors of the earth, collectively, we can change the world. Although humankind is not ready for us all in our might, you and others are preparing the way. This dragon invites you to see the truth of all situations. Do not fear this illumination. Truth is a liberating and powerful ally. Your fears lie with change, but open your heart. Open your heart, Taurus, and welcome it to the core. Allow the light to guide you forward. I hope that helps you in the month of September. I really look forward to seeing you on my channel. If you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, we'll get to know each other a lot better, and you'll also help my channel grow. So thank you so much. Take care.